This needs to stop, and it needs to stop right now. Shohei struggling big time at the plate as he continues to throw bullpen sessions to get ready to pitch. We got to cover it because it's a story that needs to be talked about. I've heard from you, the Dodger fans out there, saying that maybe this is something we need to talk about. Maybe it's something that we need to address at this point because Shohei can't hit his way out of a wet paper bag right now, and it's not looking good for him. We're going to need to fix that. And how do we do that? Well, we're going to figure it out. Shohei's struggles continue. Everybody knows. LA Times knows. Everybody's on the same page. Just you got to pay attention at some point. What is going on with Shohei? All right? That's the headline. He struggles. It continues. And it's time to address this. Now, my thoughts, and I've heard this from a few other people. I'm not the only one with the take, so don't shoot the messenger. All right? Let me just say right now, a lot of people are saying, and a lot, I mean maybe five, but that's a lot to me. They're saying they should shut him down pitching. I think they should. I honestly think right now, the way Shohei has been performing, it is time to shut him down pitching. Okay? Unless the Dodgers know something that we don't and they are going to need him sooner than they think, I just feel that it's not helping him, right? These struggles continue. And do you see his swing? He's not catching up to fastballs. Why is he not catching up to fastballs? Is it because he has a giant swing right now and he's swinging to knock things out of the park? That needs to stop. Someone needs to pull him aside and say, hey, man, come on. And then you start thinking about it. Is pitching the problem? Is because, now think, and just hear me out before you start, Brad. Okay? Just listen to me. The reason I say is pitching the problem is did you have these struggles behind the plate last year? I don't think so. We had a couple little mishaps, but there wasn't the struggles. And what did he do different last year? Everybody, class, what did he do last year? All he did was hit. He was the DH. He didn't worry about pitching. And so now he's got the pitching thing in his head, and he's had a whole year of just hitting. So to get the fine balance between both of them, I think what we need to do at this point, or what the Dodgers need to do, is shut him down. Shut him down on the pitching and work on the hitting. Get that bat back together. Make that work because we need him, right? He's not looking comfortable, but you see it. I mean, I feel like he goes to bat with 2 strikes every single day he goes to the plate. And it's becoming a situation where it's like, all right, when are we going to address this, right? He's quietly slumped the last couple of weeks. Now his opening month struggles suddenly are much more pronounced. And they are. When you have almost 100 at-bats and you're a dude that always hits over 300 and you're hitting 261 with an 847 OPS, that's not getting it done. So this needs to stop. And I think right now, the Dodgers at this point should say, Pryor should just be, hey, look, we're going to hold back on your bullpen sessions for just 2 weeks, man. Just 2 weeks. Give the guy an opportunity to get back on track, please. For God's sake, man. And so with 92 at-bats, batting 261, okay? That's fine if you're, if you're Muncy, we'd take that all day long. But 261, and you're our star, you're the MVP, you're the man, you're Shohei. So is it juggling both because he's took a year of just only hitting? Is he juggling too much? Is there too much going on that one? Well, I mean, Dodger fans are chiming in. I had a couple people yesterday saying the same thing, that maybe he should be shut down on pitching. So there you go on that. And what is Dave Roberts, man? He's been kind of quiet during the struggles of Shohei. What's Roberts saying, man? Oh, he didn't say that. That was the last one. Well, Roberts says basically this. He's got a big swing, and everybody knows it. That swing is what's taking him down right now. Too much. It's too much of a swing for the guy. And that swing is hurting him. He's going for the fence. He's trying to knock stuff. He's trying to knock the snot out of the ball. And remember the start of the season, how we were getting those big home runs coming from behind? It was all fun and great. But that's not what the Dodgers should have been doing. Dodgers should have been racking back-to-back base hits, moving runners, station to station, bring him around. However you need to do it, you need base hits to do it. And Shohei's swinging for the fence. He needs to stop that and not swing for the fence and focus on just getting base hits. All right. Which brings me to another story. Could the Dodgers use Luis Robert Jr. from the White Sox? I mean, that's a story that Mike Nelson has talked about. I've talked about it. A lot of people have talked about it. Dodgers look to be a team that could take him. Is that something that the Dodgers want to do? All right. Well, here's what they're recently saying. Finally, there may be some more traction on potential trade talks between the Dodgers and Chicago White Sox surrounding Luis Robert. A key insider believes the All-Star will be moved before the deadline and relative ease given his contract is not a big, gnarly contract. So, okay, got it. Who's the insider on this one saying that? Obviously, they're going to trade the dude before the deadline, all right? But now, let's talk. Do the Dodgers need him on the team? Do the Dodgers need Luis Robert on the team? I don't think so, man. I mean, you got Pajes, who's finally coming out of his shell, playing stellar defense, starting to get some hits, and then you want to go and just throw that all aside and say, oh, let's bring him in and send him down and do this and that. And I don't think that's the call. I think the Dodgers, if you're going to look for someone else to get, look for someone who can play first or third base, okay? Another outfielder? No. We don't want another outfielder on the team. Whether you got Luis Robert and you can trade him for something else, but the Dodgers need to focus on first and third. You need backup in those positions. For one, Muncy has not been playing good at third. For two, Freddie Freeman has an ankle that could have a problem at any point, and you're not going to run Kike out there every single day to be the first baseman or to be the third baseman, right? So if you're going to look for any more trades with the Dodgers, what the heck? Am I the only one that sees this? My goodness. Look for a first or third baseman, all right? I mean, you look at, let's see, what are the numbers that Luis is doing? Okay, so 2024, he hit 224, had 393 at-bats, 14 home runs, 35 RBIs, 657 on the OPS. That was last year. This year, 493 on the OPS. He's had 80 at-bats. So he's had a lot of at-bats. 138, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, 7 stolen bases. Besides the stolen bases, those aren't the big numbers. And Pajes is not doing much better, but Pajes is hitting 183 with a 650 OPS, okay? And he's got 4 home runs. So if you're looking to take Luis Robert Jr. and put him on the Dodgers and put Pajes on the bench, what the heck are you smoking? That is ridiculous. I think this is an idiotic trade. I think the Dodgers need to stay away from that. They don't need him. You need a first or third baseman as a backup if that's what you're looking for, or another pitcher since you have 12 pitchers on the injured list. I mean, come on, Dodgers. That is not what the Dodgers need. And those numbers do not sit with me that you go and get Luis Robert and put him on the team. I just do not see the logic in that. And I'm going to say that thing is over. Don't even think about it, and the Dodgers shouldn't even think about it at all. All right? Tonight's matchup. So the Dodgers are going to play 3 against the Pirates. They're back home. So Bez Ravine, happy to have the Dodgers back at Dodger Stadium. That always helps. And when you go back to Dodger Stadium and you put Yamamoto on the mound for the Dodgers to start things off, good things can happen. And I feel like this is a good way to get back on, because one of the things I always say, and you always hear me say this, is you got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat, okay? And I said that going into the Rockies series where the Dodgers swept the Rockies. Brad Stodramus was right again on that one. And I'm saying the same thing about Pittsburgh, okay? You got Yamamoto, you got Sasaki the next day, and Glasnow on day 3. If this is not a sweep, I'll be surprised. You know what? If the Dodgers don't sweep the Pirates, I will drink coffee out of my shoe, okay? 3 games with your top pitchers, Yamamoto, Sasaki, and Glasnow. There is no reason why you do not take all 3 wins at Dodger Stadium. You're home. Come on. And look at those. Look at Yoshinobu, his numbers right there. 10 hits allowed, 24 strikeouts, 0 ERA. That is not a misprint. He is the ace of the Dodgers. That is for sure. 100% deserves it. And he helped them out tonight. Sasaki will be on the mound tomorrow. And then you have Glasnow the day after that. And that, my friends, is going to do it for us right here, Dodger Digest. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, tell all your friends because they'll be stoked that you turned them on to Dodger Digest. I'm Brad J. As you go through the day, always remember to think Dodger Blue and let's go Dodgers.